Pearl here.
Yeah, they
Already.
kind of picked it preemptively here. It doesn't really counter anything yet, so relatively preemptive. I'm a little unsure why they did pick that.
So the asphyxiate, yeah, I was double checking that for sure, but so it's not like it's not like a nullfire blade in that sense, where it would work like we were just talking about last game, where it's good against like a parasite because it can kill the minions and stuff. It doesn't have that effect. It doesn't have that minion effect. So, like if it did, then absolutely, I think it's safe to say this would be a pretty strong pick. But that's not the case. So yeah, going back to what you're saying, it does feel a little odd here off the bat. Unless it's maybe to kind of go up against like the behemoth in some way to maybe push them back when they jump in with the behemoth after the fact. I don't know, but it was early here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think if maybe it was like preemptive to maybe deter complexity away from picking like a heavy melee carry. Maybe they go into something else now, like some sort of range carry, but because it's hard if you're a Dark Lady and you jump in with your E and then you get pushed right out.
Yeah.
Kind of annoying to deal with. So, but even then range carries have problems against Pearl as well. So, it might have just been hey, we can play this hero. What are you going to play into it kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll have to wait and see now what they do make of it. Cthulhu, that final pick, at least the third pick on their side, before now the band's coming out here. Obviously, a Luna happening for complexity. So back to a Luna support here for Love. But again, the Cthulhu Fawn, it's their turn apparently now to go up against the Parasite and counter it that way. So it's obviously fun to see there.
Yeah, just like Keeper Tempest, right?
Yeah. I don't know if it's that history, but
it could be.
Same kind of idea, yes. Man, Keeper of the Forest. I haven't seen him in forever. I mean, I guess he is ineligible right now, so there is that.
I still think he's in an awkward spot right now.
Yeah.
But someday he'll be back.
Even when he is eligible, yeah, I wonder. I mean, the ultimate is still it's still as is. I mean, it's still a very, very powerful one. So maybe that could be enough to still see him once he becomes eligible. We'll see. I don't even know when that's going to happen, to be frank. I don't know if that's going to happen next
soon,
patch.
right?
I figure, yeah. I figure him, Vindicator, Ravener is also on that list. So, yeah, they're all unable to be picked. And, of course, some of the newer heroes, Scrap and Nitro. Drunken Master going to be coming out here.
Complexity-esque hero.
Yeah.
Just picking it to pick it, I guess, right now. It itself doesn't do too much right now. I mean, other than the Swiftblade ulti, so kind of just picking things because they want them, I guess, in a way.
I think for the Swiftblade, though, that in itself is pretty good.
Yeah, but it just matters that Swiftblade can't solo kill him, which makes me think that maybe this might be a mid-behemoth, and they're going to give the Drunken to Oscar, just because then it can compete with the Swiftblade. So there's that possibility, especially Fuzzy Sloth being able to play the behemoth mid. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it once or twice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a couple options. They kind of left everything open, which is, the proper way to draft. They still haven't picked their carry yet, unless Drunken is their carry.
Hellbringer. All right, they're going to go Hellbringer again.
I feel like they played that hero every day today, or every game today.
No, it does. I think now this will be the third one of 4, yeah. Now, this time, they are probably going to run it more as a farmer.
Yeah. Which would be great. It'll get a resto, and it'll be a factor in the game.
Hopefully for them.
Yeah, Complexity needs their carry.
That would be
That's
something.
A fun hero.
They got the physical presence with Drunken Master as a carry. I mean, so is Doctor? No, Doctor was banned here, so. Okay. That's different.
I mentioned it once before, I think.
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah, how he's been playing it a little bit lately.
It's very strong against melee carries, so he can definitely go toe-to-toe with a Swiftblade. Other than, being able to have to deal with the ulti, but in like a straight-on, head-on auto-attack fight, that's just clearly going to go in Scout's favor. So I don't know if it's the best pick against the Scout, but it's definitely, a good pick against a Swiftblade, because he's not really too auto-attack like a Dark Lady or something like that, but it's still a good hero.
So what do they need? They need, I guess, a suicide here. It does 2-0, assuming that they're running Jungle Cthulhu at least. And if that's the
Yeah,
case, or I guess they could. Okay, I was gonna
I
say
was about to say, yeah.
carry.
Okay, we're thinking the same
But,
thing.
yeah.
Okay, so probably gonna be. Oh, there's a lot they could do. Okay, I'm getting flamed again. Okay.
So that is, it's not like a counter pick this, but it makes sense because as you're just saying, I mean, not only did they go drunken, but now the scout. I mean, Swiftplay would have been really in check, locked down here. So they give themselves now a carrier that's not really reliant on auto attacks. Instead, just a lot of magic damage. So
Yeah, that was a very good last pick. I've never myself seen 2-0 play Oogie, but it works very well in this game. I mean, for the most part, he's going to have a pretty free time of being able to run around in team fights once he gets his shrunken. And that's a really good pick. I'm actually really happy to see them pick that hero.
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Great counter pick, or again, a reactionary pick more so. Squirry going to be playing it here, so they do have STST on a Suicide Swiftblade in the end. Hellbringer, Zephyronte, he will be playing it in the middle here. Again, we saw him in the BMG matchup in a losing effort, but was still pretty impressive, and again, did have that earlier on Resto Stone as we're talking about, and definitely have high impact there. So I'm excited, though, to see Formless Scout. What the hell skin is this, by the way? Is this a new one?
I think it's yeah, it's relatively new.
Huh.
It's I think it's like a month old or something like that, maybe 2 months.
Okay.
But yeah, I like the new one better, but that one's actually pretty good.
It's just, I don't know, he looks almost like, just like, really, he looks like a really bulky, like, buff dude, but he's, like, tiny.
He's a midget.
I don't want to say that.
I mean, I will, though. You might not be, but I will. I'll say it.
All right, yeah. There you go. Interesting. All right, so we'll see how we, but no, the Scout the Hero, though, again, it's definitely entertaining. You also saw Squirry kind of reacting to that, too. Obviously, Squirry does have history himself, playing Scout several times on the scene, so he knows how to play it and possibly play against it, is safe to say. By Dust and Rev words. There you go.
That's how you beat the hero.
Yeah.
I mean, and Oogie's going to have a relatively free farming lane here. So I believe 2-0 put themselves in a pretty good position to have a good start to this game because Swiftblade shouldn't do too bad bot, and Hellbringer in reality should win mid. So they could quite possibly do well in 2 lanes and then do well bottom as well. So.
Oh, Swiftblade here. Immediately comes down here. You see Luna's already addressing him, so is Scout. So, again, STST just simply trying to get to a comfortable spot. Doesn't have a health push or anything like that, just going to treaters here. But Aluna is going to bother stacking instead for the time being. Not going to box him out here. What you got gets that early Blood Chalice. Going to stack the yellow camp and continue on his jungle ways here. Does leave our 1 versus 1 middle matchup. Hellbringer versus Drunken Master here. I think Hellbringer should have a decent time here.
This might be a kill bottom.
Oh my gosh, Aluna, yeah.
Oh!
Nope, she's fine.
Okay.
Oof. A lot of damage.
Yeah, if that was a level 3 Swiftblade, definitely would have been a dead Aluna, and that would be a great start for 2-0. But even then, this caused STST to get lane control bottom, so he's just going to get free XP down here now.
Scout going to continue the last hits, though. So, again, still early off, but pretty passive overall, other than that close call attempt, as far as the kill exchange goes, though. But, yeah, middle lane, so Hellbringer versus Drunken Master. Hellbringer just seems like, again, with this harassment especially, and we see right here, I mean, Drunken's getting pretty low. He's going to have to pop the health potion. Should Hellbringer win this lane, you think?
Yeah, relatively easily. That was even a pooled regen from the Aluna, I believe. So he's going to be out of regen soon. He does almost have his bottle. That's a good thing. But yeah, Hellbringer should relatively dominate this lane.
So far, that's working 10-1 versus a 12-1 Drunken, so never mind.
Oh.
I was looking at something different there, yeah.
Oh. You can never doubt the fuzzy stomp. Actually, Hellbringer... Oh, okay.
Oh,
his view is down.
Yeah, I thought he might have tried it for somewhat of a man up there, but I guess he figures this is what's going to be it, and so, oh my gosh. See that damage. If he lunges in,
Yeah, he wants to wait for his E again. He might go right here.
He's gonna dive in. There comes a Fury. Realizes, no, just not in range though. Yeah, he's definitely got some good damage as we saw there. So Hellbringer, that is his weakness, of course. Going back to it.
And has very low armor as well in Hellbringer, so he does a lot of damage to him. And if Hellbringer gets caught out of place without anyone behind him, he could really fall, and then that would really hurt this lead that 2-0 should be having right now, winning 2 out of their 3 lanes, which they aren't right now. So maybe you get a roam here on this Drunken Master from somebody. They have a Cthulhu. Maybe he'll pick up an Invis or something at the 4-minute mark or something.
See Behemoth down here blocking in Oogie kind of, but yeah, just simply continuing on the farm. How is that going?
Bottom lane?
Bottom lane, Swiftblade, one more auto attack. Does she have a power throw? No, she doesn't have the mana for it. Wouldn't have been able to chase anyways. So he once again will barely survive. That's right, we haven't had a bloodlust kill yet. I feel like we would have had one by now with such close calls several times now, but not happening just yet. Middle lane though. This could be a kill. This should be a kill. Word it that way. There he goes. The lunge. Down goes Zeph. Yeah, with Behemoth assisting, easy kill. Meanwhile, though, Cthulhu coming in, trying to cut off Fuzzy Sloth, but he's not going to have the damage output. Gets away.
Yeah. I mean, Fuzzy Sloth just doing very well mid. It just, I mean, just seems like sometimes he can't lose mid, even with a matchup that should be not in his favor. But Hellbringer can still come back in this lane if we get a good roam here by Cthulhu.
Cthulhu back to the jungle for now, but he's level 5. He actually did go to level 3 trample, so maybe you're going to wait for the Obliterate perhaps to try to help that assist for the damage output. Again, pointing at last gank attempt. Clearly a little too short on the damage there. So, Drunken Master, though, 410 gold per minute. Wonder what kind of build we're going to see on a Drunken Master. He's definitely kind of one of those heroes as well. He could go different routes. I know Helm of the Black Legion is something that actually is considered decent on him. You see a Blood Chalice here.
Yeah, I could see him go Helm this game. He needs the early game bulkiness, and picking up investments in this case with a Helm would do a lot for him. So, I mean, it is a possibility. We'll have to just see what he does. I assume he's going to go phase boots, and then we'll be able to tell after that.
Middle lane, nope. Again, Drunken just a little too safe here. Cthulhu is trying, but what's up?
I just noticed the Oogie skill build, and
oh, wow.
I never have agreed with that in my life. I don't know. It's just the W is kind of a late game scaling ability. And oh, okay.
Yeah, meanwhile, middle. Malphus coming out, and they were trying several times here to address Drunken Master, and they finally come through with Malphus. And Swiftblade even thrown in there to assist for that kill. In fact, they also find Behemoth. Cthulhu charges in to pick up the rune first. The Fear coming out. No, he's able to dodge it, though, because he threw out the Fissure Stun.
Yeah.
Is it going to be enough, though, in the end? I don't know. The Obliterate runs off, but yeah, he does go down to the dot damage. So
definitely a good kill. Those are 2 really big kills, and that just put the gold back in their favor ever so slightly. Oh yeah, but back onto the whole Oogie thing. It's a late game scaling ability. It just doesn't do that much damage early, where the Q does. It's just, I don't know.
But
I've just never. What? Oh, go ahead.
Well, the Q costs a lot more mana, though. So, I mean, is there that logic that... and to be fair, the way that... So, he's had these stacks camped. I mean, he even went in the triple stack and cleared them. I mean, he's 400 gold per minute, a lot of that because of it. So, even if you're doing that, you still think the Q is arguably better?
Yeah, because I think he could have just done the same thing with the Q. And, I mean, the E consistently gives him mana back. And my guess is he's going to go the Gnomes, which will help a lot, too. It just doesn't seem as effective to me. I like the W. I don't even like getting a point in it, in all honesty. I like to just max Q and E and get W later. We didn't have that top tower, though.
Yeah?
But, yeah, it's just, I don't know. Oh, Pro got blocked in.
Is she? I don't know if they just don't realize that, or I guess they just couldn't really go.
Huh. He had ulti. I don't know. Felt like they could have done something about that, and they should have seen it as well. That's weird.
the end, and Oogie instead is continuing to farm in the jungle. He actually is even using this Primal Surge here to help him stay alive in these stacked camps.
Yeah, and the problem with this build is you're not healing as much with your ulti. So in reality, if he had his Q right now, he would have almost full HP. Yeah, he'd have lower mana, but like I think he's gotten pulled almost 3 health pots so far. I think Pearl put one on him, Cthulhu put one on him. It's just the Q is just more consistent. I mean, not consistent damage. It's less consistent, but it'll sustain you way more.
No, I definitely 100% see what you're saying. I mean, even read it. It's talk about scaling. Obviously, the maximum mana. It's pretty minimal right now compared to what it can be and what it's likely going to be as this game gets into the later part. So, yeah, he doesn't have the Q yet, and that is really true too with the with his Primal Surge. It's not as threatening here right now because he doesn't have that that Q, the Tarquake, and it won't be really that scary until he even gets that maxed out. In fact, I was gonna say I wonder if he's gonna max out Kindled Fury first, and it actually looks like he is. So he's not even gonna have Tarquake until level 10 here at this point. So it's not gonna be maxed out until level 14 at that point.
Yeah, and now that's basically saying they can't fight until level 14, and if this Parasite could just go roam top with the Behemoth and just get a kill every time. So I really don't agree with that, and if it ends up costing them, it'll you'll definitely see it.
See, that is the thing, though. To be, you gotta wonder if Complexity is even remotely thinking about that or aware of that. Because if they were, yeah, they might be trying to address that more, but I don't think they are. I mean, they haven't had any vision whatsoever up here at the top jungle. They haven't scouted into it, so there's no reason for them to believe that that's the case. And it's going to be a surprise, I think, because, he is farming 450 plus gold per minute, obviously getting really farmed here at this time. So,
well, the other thing about not going the Q build is they could have killed this Behemoth. That hero is very... the way Oscar plays is he's in lane a lot. And, I mean, a Pearl Oogie pushing a Behemoth back into an Oogie, he's just going to die every time. So the W there's just no kill potential. He did go 1 into Q, actually, in all fairness. He went 1 at 9.
Okay.
So I guess he has 1 level in it. But yeah, he's not going to be able to sustain in a team fight right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if they avoid fighting and he gets a couple core items, if he gets his... I think he's gonna go for an icon right now. So if he gets that and they try to force a fight, I don't think they're gonna win it. But if they kind of just sit back and let him farm and get 14 and be a full-on threat, yeah, I think they'll be totally fine. But I think it's just a matter of them waiting at this point. I think he's gonna come take triples soon.
Yeah, you see Cthulhu setting it up right here. So see if they happen to do that. I am curious about Pearls, actually, and how they build it. And I don't know, man. I feel like Pearls, for some reason, they don't like to level up Soothing Presence, the ones that I have seen, which... you talk about the strength of this hero being the idea that she naturally is a defensive support hero. That's why you're kind of picking her up, I feel like, because of the preservation, because of that kind of heal support, the whirlpool to push people back, yada, yada. Yeah, and not getting the one ability that gives you a free Astrolabe at level 4 at least. I don't know. I find that odd, honestly. But we do see initiation over here, as Malphus did come out. Now they only get a Luna.
Yeah, there was a lot of spells used as well. Yeah, I mean, good for Complexity to not lose 1 hero, but it's also good for 2-0. They have this Malphus up, and they have 4 heroes grouped up mid. They should be able to get this tier 1. Oh, what the...
What is going on here? Yeah, they're going to keep going, actually, on a Drunken Master. Drunken, though, goes back in. He's going to do as much damage as possible, at least. He eventually falls. Preservation's put out. But that's just simply to help them try to get away. Meanwhile, they go back with a Swift Slash. His Swift Blade is going to fall, though. Very risky move on his part. He ends up going down. Cthulhu is able to take out Behemoth in the background, however. And now the chase is on Hellbringer here in the middle. That Fear is going to do a little bit of work, but not enough. Hat trick for what you got on Parasite, actually, in the end. And Oogie, I guess, yeah, he was doing Ancients that whole time.
Yeah, and it goes back to that same thing of if he had Q, he could have fought in that could have been a fight right there. They did very well. They got Drunken instantly low. I think he had a TP on him, but I think he just TP'd to tier 2 bot to take, like you said, take the Ancients. So kind of an interesting call anyways to not go mid for them. But yeah, I mean, if Oogie would have went there, that could have been completely different.
Something we kind of have overlooked here is a scout, and he almost has a rune cleaver actually. 400 plus gold per minute for him.
Yeah, that'll be great for them. As soon as he can stay in the jungle and Parasite can start catapulting other lanes. And Parasite's 440, wow. That is the power of what you got on that hero. And actually, he chose to go Abyssal before Puzzle Box.
Yeah.
So he's changing up his build. That interests me a little bit because he's a pretty high praiser of the Puzzle Box build.
Yeah. I'm trying to think here against the Hut. Was there a reason why he wouldn't go Puzzle? I mean, I guess Cthulhu
because of the
fun.
Cthulhu.
Okay.
Maybe he figures the Abyssal is more supportive for a Scout, and they do have Drunken and a Scout. So Abyssal actually is very strong for their team, but does seem a little odd because I know he's a pretty high praiser of the puzzle anyways against Cthulhu Font. Okay, there's an icon finish on Oogie, so this might be the timing to fight.
Double Scarab on Parasite. That's interesting seeing, but I guess it's actually going to be building into that Hellflower.
Yeah, he's going to go for that battle build, kind of the Celtic build that we saw earlier.
Yeah. Learning new things, I guess, from others here. Okay, so there's the Ring Cleaver. I mentioned the icon on Oogie here. He'll just sit on the Ring of the Teacher for now. Not going to go the Gnomes yet. May never. We'll see what he decides in the end. Portal Key on Cthulhu Fawn. So yeah, going back to the Scout, though, again, the interaction of him versus a Oogie. I mean, obviously he's still going to be doing some good damage, but we're talking about the disarm. It's not going to be nearly as impactful against Oogie as it would be against a lot of other carries. So that is of the slight concern here.
Oh, 5 seconds out on Cthulhu mid lane.
Is that the Luna Stun? Yes, it was. Malphus does come out. The Preservation just on the outskirts, unfortunately, of Cthulhu Fawn. He goes down to 9 the tower. Behemoth is picked off, too, though, so a 1-for-1 exchange there. Again, though, Malphus being used. Fairly long cooldown here. Now they're going to push with it, it looks like. I guess, oh, no, Behemoth didn't Shockwave, actually. I thought he did, but no, he would still have it when he comes back up here. But they're not going to commit, necessarily.
Yeah, it looks like they're a little afraid to push in. I mean, they do have this icon on Oogie, and that normally is the telltale sign to start fighting. So maybe they'll look to group up and maybe get this tier 1 bottom lane.
You do see Oogie here, 490 gold per minute again, so 1,100 gold saved up. Is doing plenty here. Hellbringer, the tablet. I believe we went the same build. Tablet into a Resto Stone, so look for that to be coming out next. You do see the first Arcana finished for what you got in the meantime as well. Yeah, he's really keeping us sustained, you know, good GPM here. 440 gold per minute right now for Parasite. 4-0-0 doesn't hurt either. As far as hero kill stats go. Drunken Master is also doing not too shabby here, 340 GPM. I'm guessing that Shrunken Head is going to be happening for him here.
Yeah, and the other thing I was actually it just came to my head is the fact that Scout has a superior silence, a 6 sec. Oh, Taxi's back.
Speaking of Scout.
Yeah. Well, he just used it there. He used the silence, and against Oogie, it actually is going to be relatively powerful.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even really, it didn't connect in my head until I just thought about it.
No,
that's a 6-second silence.
The biggest point is it being physical. So yeah, going through the Shrunken Head, that inevitably Oogie would pick up, you would think. And so yeah, we were so focused on the disarm aspect that kind of forgot about, I guess against magical carries, he's decent too. And that did not hit me either until you said that. That's a good point.
Oh, this is going to be awkward.
What's going on here? Oh, yeah.
Scout
so
Pearler.
wait.
Right next to a Rev Ward.
Wait, yeah, Pearl saw this, yet... Okay, was she trying to get herself killed?
Oh.
Or she's acting like, and he missed a stun, yeah.
He hit that tombstone.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, this could still quite possibly be a kill, though.
Parasite's doing all that he can to try to save him. He just couldn't, though. He tried, and obviously really couldn't do much more in that point. So Scott does get picked off, so... That was interesting from Pearl. Now, but at the same time, I like what he did. Now, he made a point that he didn't see him.
Yeah.
Because he had the support coming.
Yeah, he played that very well. He didn't give any telltale sign that he knew he was there. He didn't walk into him. He didn't walk like an odd fashion. He played that very well to actually get that kill. And now this Oogie is the threat because it does have max Q at this point. So going that W didn't really end up hurting them too much. And now this is going to be a slight problem for the Legion team here.
Yeah. Now he's kind of where he would be anyways, exactly. Gnome's Wisdom on top of the icon. Again, great point about Scout, and that silence could be very powerful against him still, but Scout with that death right there, you know, gonna have to recover a little bit as another bottom tower goes down here. 17 minutes in, that is their third tower kill, looks like, that they've managed to pick up, getting all the initial ladder towers here as the Hellborn team. Swiftblade has kind of quietly been doing his own thing too, and well, that he has been pretty quiet. Only 220 gold per minute, 1, 1, and 2 here, and actually,
top lane.
He's going to be found most likely. He's going to get silence as well. He's just
Couch
gonna wait.
should be able to solo kill him here. If you know.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't just gone, but
He might be afraid of that tier 1 tower still being up.
True.
And now he has every right to be. There's
Yeah.
3 heroes close by.
But at the same time, you know, he's using fairly valuable time doing that. I guess it is scouting, and, you know, it's like a just in case I could pick somebody off kind of deal, but you don't want to be doing that too much and not only not getting kills, but then dying as we saw at the bottom lane.
Yeah, and it also slows down his farm because he's not farming.
Yeah.
And realistically, the 2 heroes he can kill are the Pearl and the Swiftblade, and they're not going to be alone very often. It's going to be pretty rare if they're actually alone. So he just needs to really sit in the jungle and farm, kick Parasite out of it. Parasite almost has his whole flower anyways. So, yeah, I would just kick Parasite out at this point and just take the jungle himself.
Pearl right there just randomly popped the dust, hoping to maybe catch the scout on top of them, but obviously that's not the case, but it kind of gives you an idea. Again, they are very aware of Scout, of course, and know that he possibly is looking around. Make some kills happen. Shrunken Head on Drunken Master. It's getting there. Needs about 1,000 more gold saved up before he has one of his own. Good item to have.
1,500 off Resto for the Hellbringer as well. And that'll be a big item for them.
Yep, double Malphus. You see the Sustainer coming out there. So again, it does bring up the point here now if you're the Legion side, is Nullfire Blade something that you're trying to get? And you mentioned kind of the Parasite the previous game could be a possibility. I guess it was Cthulhu Fun even, but I guess here would be Parasite.
Yeah, it's not bad on Parasite. Like I think I said it when Kel took against it.
That's right.
Yeah, I feel like it's still pretty good for him. Especially now that he's going like a battle-ish build with the Hellflower. So yeah, Nullfire could be very good for them. And they want to fight this bottom. Oh, they're going to deny the tower, though, so we'll play by them.
That complexity, avoiding that fight right there. And again, the Golden Experience, it does say that this is a very even game. I believe it. 1,000 goal lead, maybe, if anything, for the 2-0 here for the Hellborn team, but experience practically identical. Obviously, there hasn't been the most insane action in this game. 6-7 hero kills, 13 in total and 20 minutes in at this point. But it's definitely setting up to be one of those. Eventually, a big fight is going to break out coming up here. And then who comes on top?
I'm still questioning. I was just thinking, I'm questioning the Pearl pick a little bit here because I'm thinking about if they had a Rhapsody in place of the Pearl, the more of an impact it would have in these team fights. Well, there's the impact.
Yep. Finding Pearl in your own jungle, it's usually fairly easily to get a kill. Bottom lane, Swiftblade also goes down. That's a little tougher. They make it happen, though, between Scout and Aluna there.
Yeah, 2 good pickoffs there. I'm not really sure why Pearl was even remotely over there, but I'm assuming he wanted to get a ward somewhere deep, but just got spotted by the Parasite.
Yeah. You got Cthulhu Fun. He's roaming in. Not going to be found, though. Again, you see Scout. He's going to be spotted by the Rev Ward here, but he opens anyways. You're going to farm the Ancients.
He just finished his Shrunken. Yeah, I mean, I guess he needs it inevitably anyways, but I just feel like maybe you should have went a little bit greedier this game. Maybe get like another farming guy, maybe just go Firebrand or something, get like some other greedy item.
Yeah.
But chooses to finish the Shrunken, so I guess they just want to fight. They want to group up and fight. Oh, top lane.
Hellbringer, he's in trouble. And by trouble, I mean dead. Obviously, the Resto Stone It's going to be delayed now a little further because of that kill, so very important to be had. Lead will remain for the Legion side here. 1,800 gold lead, or 1,800 saved up for Parasite even.
Scout found Oogie right here.
Oh man, the movement's starting to happen now, and Oogie's in trouble, and Oogie goes down. That's a huge kill, of course. He does have a buyback if a fight really continues to break out here. Drunken Master with that shrunken head. He's looking for another kill. I'm waiting for that Oogie buyback. It's not happening, though. Squirry's saying, you know what, just run. They're doing just that. Did Hellbringer buy back? Yes, he did. Hellbringer bought back. Here comes Malphus and trying to make a turn here. Pearl eventually does go down, but Drunken and Parasite are going to get the hell on out of there. Or maybe not. Drunken Master, he's still on top of the fissure block. Oh, my God, the timing. It was perfect right there. He's still on the run, and I think he actually is going to get away.
Yeah.
There's no mana Cthulhu font. Wow, that fissure stun.
Yeah, great fissure. A good call from Oscar. I'm pretty sure he probably made the call that I can save you here. Just keep running. So, yeah, it was a good call to save him because Drunken was 100% dead without that stun.
Mm-hmm. So that goes back to now, I don't know if Oogie also bought back if they actually would have gotten kills there, but I don't know. I kind of feel like that they would have, because if he just bought back at the same time as Hellbringer, obviously Hellbringer was able to get in there and assist that.
Yeah, they would have got probably 2 more kills out of that, and he could have tier P'd to the tier 2 and cut them off as well. So I guess he just didn't want to waste a buyback at this point in time. I'm almost even a little surprised that Hellbringer bought back because I think they were all out at that point. I mean, they might have lost Pearl, but you wouldn't have used the buyback in the interim to really only get 1 kill.
Yeah. So he does, though, and yeah, that Resto Stone is what comes at a cost there. Even further now, the death was one thing, but the buyback, of course, sets it back quite a bit. Needs 1875 in total for the pattern, and actually it could be delayed even further here. Yep, He's in trouble, and he's dead again. Man, the timing here for the Legion side is just perfect. Just keep him from getting the Resto Stone.
Yeah, and it's going to start hurting them.
He could have had it like 4 minutes ago or so.
Yeah. 2 deaths and a buyback, that's going to do it for you.
Yeah.
Do it to you. And this gold lead is drastically changed since the last time we saw it.
You see Scout now 500 gold per minute himself, and I think with him too, he did go that shrunken head, a very safe style, of course, against Unogi. Things like that is pretty necessary, but now he's going to start building some damage, I'm sure. I wonder if he may actually go that nullfire route. You know, honestly, against like an Oogie too, you figure it might not be that bad of an option.
Yeah, it's definitely not. I'm kind of. I want to know if he's going to go either do like a firebrand. He can even go a basher though, and I think that would be a very good item in this game as well.
Yeah.
So look to either see the basher, firebrand, but nullfire is an option. But I already see Parasite building it. Yeah, Parasite just bought it.
Meanwhile, top lane, this is interesting. We do have Drunken Master coming up here as well. He is invis, so Scout's going to sit on Oogie here. No, he's going elsewhere. Maybe they figure Oogie's not an easy kill.
Yeah, they want the easier kill, and this is probably the right decision.
Okay.
It might not be.
There we go. He's going to go in now. There's a lockdown, and there's the kill. TP is coming in. You see the whirl bubble. It's like, well, I tried.
See, once again, though, if he had a Rhapsody in that case,
yeah,
Swiftblade might have lived there, in all honesty, because there was nothing to stop that. So, in hindsight, but this is going to be a fight right here.
Yeah, I got thought about that in a second, but Oogie, they go on him first, dodging the trample. Again, it's not the easiest on the land. But managed to escape from it. The block on a Pearl there, and she is going to die here now. Oh, maybe. Preservation. Yeah, she's definitely dead. Oh, Pops is shrunken even.
Whoa.
A little overkill there.
Yeah.
It's not going to be up here, but... Yeah, I mean, going back to Pearl, like I was saying earlier, I mean, why pick up a Pearl? Why pick up a very, very defensive-minded hero and then not arguably use the most defensive talent, powerful defensive talent that she has in that healing aura, and the fact that she still doesn't even have a point in it, let alone maxed out. I don't. It really just seems kind of off to me. Want a little more damage, but
I feel like if they were gonna pick it as like that to support, like, oh, we're just gonna pick it, then yeah, I believe they should have maxed the E probably instead of the whirl bubble, because they didn't really kill Behemoth, and that would have been the only point to do it, is because you'd max your W and Q for the most possible damage, but. Yeah, this game, maxing E, that might have even saved Swiftblade right then and there. So, yeah, I have to question that skill build a little bit.
It's just if you want damage, then there's just other supports that are just so much better for that, of course. And that not only damage, but just provide a stun, as you're saying, like a Rhapsody, things like that. So, anyways, Nullfire Blade picked up on level 2 now in Parasite, so even as a little bit more powerful. What is Scout going, though? That's what I'm still waiting for. See, it's 4,200 gold now.
I'm a little unsure why he's saving
so much
gold.
Oh, they miss him again! These tramples!
He's the last
can't hit, and here comes Behemoth now. Malphus is going to counter, though. Scout will die instantly. He did not get his shrunken head off, and that was the biggest part of it. Drunken Master needs to get the hell out of here. You see Oogie. He's doing the work, gets the kill on a Parasite, and the chase may continue further, but a 3-for-1, and that's all because of those rev wards, man. Yeah, Scout, he guarantees he's going to learn his lesson now. You just can't be running around like that behind enemy lines thinking that you're just safe 100% of the time.
Yeah, and that was a sheep stick finish on Oogie. We didn't even see that. He ended up finishing a full sheep there.
Oh, wow, yeah. And there's the resto, too.
Yeah, this is good timing here. I mean, yeah, it's a 6K gold lead, but that was a big fight. That just gave Oogie 3 kills, and he's already back up to 2.5K gold. So they might look to either take a Kongor here or do something, but they need to do something out of this. They did kill the carry and 2 of the supporting cast members. So.
Yeah, again, if you're a scout there, like I was saying, it's definitely a lesson to be learned there. Do not feel like you have free reign just because you happen to be stealth there. Obviously, 2-0, especially Pearl in this case, is making a very high priority to just spam rev wards, essentially. I mean, we saw here at the Ancients that happened too earlier on in the game. So he does eventually go a Firebrand, actually. So he's sitting on 4,200 gold at a time. And I guess the death may have made him change his mind, perhaps. As far as
yeah, but I think in a lot. Oh, this is going to be interesting. That's a dead Luna.
Should be? Oh my gosh. Huge tablet. That was from Behemoth, too. Saving the day.
They both had tablets.
Okay, they did, yeah.
They both tableted at the same time, I wonder. Yeah, but as I was saying, I feel like Firebrand, he was going to go it anyways. So I feel like it was when he was saving 4K gold, he probably should have just bought it anyways. Because if he wanted buyback, he still had it with that amount of gold.
Yeah, maybe he figured it would have taken too long to get out there, I guess, but nonetheless, he does get it now. And again, he's going to come up here, and he's going right for the tower. He takes it out. Now, there are a couple of heroes nearby. He just pops the Shrunken immediately. He did not want to take any risk there.
Yeah. I mean, from our perspective, he didn't need to, but you never know what's actually behind. And it was probably the good decision. It let him know he was 100% safe, so. I did get the tower, though, so it was worth it.
Yeah, we mentioned, the sheep stick on Oogie, so if he happened to be nearby, something like that, then that could have been dangerous. So, yeah, just plays a safe route. I think that more times than not, that would actually save him, to be fair. So, good use, I think, in the end. 30 minutes in, though, it really goes back to, again, the lead for complexity, at least that's what the stats suggest, but you could definitely feel that 2-0 most certainly has good spot themselves. Oogie, of course, absolutely a big part of that. Behemoth in trouble. He was able to tablet, but he does take the sheep stick. Can he get out of here still? Oh, geez, definitely not now.
Yeah, not anymore. Yeah, I just noticed an Acolyte staff was picked up on Oogie, and that would assume a Frost Field, and that's going to do a lot of work this game against 4 melees.
Yeah.
And that was definitely the right decision. I really agree with that item pickup.
And now you look at that max mana here, 2,400 max mana currently on him. Obviously, it goes back to his Conflagrate and how that's even doing that much more damage now as a result of something like that. So, and of course, you can just use everything more frequently. As Drunken Master, again, the trample misses. I don't know. I really feel like Pepsi just does not play Cthulhu Fun often because, again, I know it's not easy, but he has missed like 5 or 6 that I just should have probably hit. Honestly, and that ends up being a 2-for-1 turn, actually, or 2-for-0, actually. Behemoth died earlier.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think they kind of just need to sit back on this Oogie now. Okay. Finishes his Frost, but I still think they either need to wait for him to get a Shrunken or get an actual core item on the Swiftblade to do something. Because right now, it's literally Oogie and Hellbringer. And they need another hero to start doing something. And this is a free Kongor.
Token on Scout, yes sir. they put it on him, so another 1,500 gold saved up, but have that token now he's going to feel a little more confident, I'm sure, about running in the back lines here. You see Parasite again, that level 2 no-fire play that he ended up getting 2,100 more gold saved up on him. It's going to say, we're going to see with like a Soul's Bulwark, more the Aura, but no, they have a full Demonic already in Drunken Master, so they don't need to worry about that. So definitely has already been a different kind of build game here for Parasite, being played by what you got. You know what? Assassin Shroud may not be a bad option. I guess with all the invis detection they already have against Scout, maybe that's where it would not be the greatest. But
yeah. A portal key this game, though.
that
Might be a little bit of a safer bet here. He could go that in reality. I'm not really sure what he wants to go for next. I've never really seen a Parasite build go this long into the game, so portal key is an option. Save for a sheep. That's really it.
I feel like he could actually. Oh yeah, something like a sheep stick might be ultimately a great option. But I'm kind of trying to think of how I could take advantage of the fact that he has like more combat style on him, just because of how the game's taking him. And something like a brutalizer may not be a horrible option here for him.
Yeah, or even a shrunken.
Crazy attack speed, but yeah, shrunken 2 wouldn't be bad. Not an item we see often on a Parasite, but.
But I mean, if he's gonna be sitting in the middle of a fight, auto attacking
True.
things, it might be a nice thing to have. But I'll have to see what he goes because he is saving up 3K.
Keep an eye on that one there. Post ace on Behemoth with that portal key tablet. He's working towards the bottom lane here. He's going to see if anyone baits on this creep wave. Who's coming? That's Hellbringer. Oh, he could probably solo kill Hellbringer. Is he level 3 ulti? No, he only has level 2 ultimate, actually.
It is only a 1400 HP Hellbringer, though.
Yeah.
It might still kill on a full creep wave, so it's good that he got out of there, just in case.
Yeah, Oscar is going to play this pretty patient, I'm sure, but I don't know if he's going to get the chance. Or he might, actually. They could roam over here. Still, the question is if they do it as a team, then it might not work. God, he's just going to sit here.
They're really avoiding that pot lane.
Yeah, they know something's up, man.
Yeah, and it can't be this Oogie. Yeah, it's... Oh, they're not even walking over there.
Yeah, maybe they saw him. I mean, he had the Veiled Rod, so there's really no way they saw him. Maybe they just suspected it. Look at that, Luna. Okay, that was a Luna as a teammate. Never mind.
I'm wondering if maybe they saw him use it originally.
Yeah.
And they maybe saw him heading towards that way.
That's possible.
But nope, Oogie's going down here.
Yeah, Oogie, you're not killing.
Big creep wave. If he gets another hero down here, which he's not going to be, but that's a big creep wave if he had another hero.
Yeah. Oh, stop the TP at least. Yeah, he's gonna do that. Well played.
All right, we got something out of it for that 2 minutes of waiting.
Yeah. He prevents farm and clearly frustrates Squirry a little bit. So yeah, I think that's a victory for Behemoth.
Yeah. Moral victory.
Well played there. Brutalizer, we were talking about that. It does eventually come out on Scout, you mentioned earlier, again, especially with that attack speed synergy to the disarm ability. More so the Vanish, I guess, but...
oh, there it is.
Oh,
Drunken
dodge.
Parasite.
Did he? Okay, yeah. It is strong against this Hellborn side. Ogie, of course, in general. You won against him.
Yeah, now they have 3 heroes with Shrunkens that can kind of just sit on this Oogie. So this could get a little scary for the Hellborn team if they don't protect him well. They do have a Storm Spirit, though, so that's good. Kind of their one saving grace.
Oh! Brutalizer doing some work there. Immediate counter ward, too. Happen to have the... Obviously, as any good Scout player would, he has the Electric Eye down in case he gets jumped. So that he can use it. You can still activate it, even though you're stunned or silenced or whatever, because... It's a separate gadget there. But yeah, you see the ultimate too. I mean...
That just did 1,000 damage to Oogie.
It's a lot, yeah, because it scales off of the target max HP? Yeah, max health.
Yeah.
So.
That's going to hurt a lot in a team fight, though. If it's to start a team fight, if Oogie's walking in with 2,000 instead of 3,000, that can make a pretty big difference.
Yeah. I love how you can use it. I love how you can channel it while staying stealth. I think that's the biggest thing about it. So you can, like, kind of decide whether or not it's going to be good. If you don't think it's, then you just cancel it. But you're not exposed, basically.
Yeah. You're not coming out of an ulti form, or invis to be able to use it. And Scout's kind of just farming off these rev wards. It sounds pretty weird, but he's kind of seen where they've been placing the rev wards and just keeps placing his eyes, and he's countered all of them. And Hellborn's trying to make a play, but they're not going to find anyone.
They're really just grouped up. They're trying to just bait, it feels like, but obviously Legion side has not necessarily fallen for that. Drunken Master, whew, he's sitting on the ledge here. Oogie's running in crazy.
Ooh, so much invis over here.
Yeah. And they're kind of spread out right now, actually.
Pearl has a dust. Pearl's just going to get instant killed.
Good kill. One shot. Two shot. No, we can't get the second one off. And now he's sheep. This is big. Scout's in trouble. There's the shockwave, though. He gets the shrunken off, and now Oogie, he's being locked up. But the double Malphus has another story as Behemoth does get taken out. Scout is still trying to do work, though. He actually runs away. Meanwhile, they do kill Oogie. Pearl obviously dead throughout this as well. Swiftblade, he's going to start taking some good damage. Yep, he will go down. Scout definitely just trucked it the hell on out of there after the double Malphus, realizing that was going to be a bad spot, and let his teammates come in to kind of clean up. I think Drunken Master was a big part of that, too. And only the one survived, so it ends up working out pretty damn well for Complexity there.
Yeah, Scout just ran out of the fight and ultied the Oogie, and that's basically what killed Oogie. Dropped him from about 1,500 to about 300.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah. He picked up the Ice Brand, so did even more damage to him when he got ultied.
It's like, thank you for that item, yeah. And there we go, actually. They're just going to call the GG right there. They figure talking it over, it's just not going to work, so GG, well played. It will be a 2-0 for Complexity here in this series. So Complexity will get a nice 3 points here for them out of this one. As far as 2-0, they will remain with 0 points, unfortunately, through 2 series down. So congratulations to Complexity, though. Your final thoughts on this series here?
Yeah, it was a good series. I think 2-0 put up a good fight. I think it's just kind of one of those things where they're kind of hit or miss right now. I mean, they're a good team, they have good players, but they're kind of streaking. So if they can get pretty consistent, they could be a pretty strong team, and they'll be more fun to watch.
Again, they showed last cycle that they clearly have the makeup to be powerful. Exactly, kind of the hit or miss, though, perhaps. Of sometimes they're just on fire, other times not so much. So. Now, the other series is currently going on as well, monitoring it. It looks like BMG does have it pretty decisively. We might as well jump into that one, though, if you're down with that. Let's go ahead and do that here.
Game 2, right?
This would be game 2, yeah. So we got Mystery Gang on the left. And again, Mystery Gang is up 1-0 here in this series. So it looks like it could be resulting in a split series in the end, but not over just yet.
Humiliation.
Updating this here. Yeah, I join in, and it's even more kills for BMG. It looks like they're even diving the base here.
I just heard Onslaught.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we might have just happened to hop into what is the finish right here. Patrick from Baltazar. Holy crap, he's farmed.
Wow.
On Malikan. 700 GPM Malikan here. Well then. And there's a quad kill. Okay. Well, this game's over too, apparently. That's pretty coincidental right there.
Well, glad we jumped into it.
Yeah. Fix the graphic and everything, and then it's done. All right, well, BMG, they do take that game. So, again, that one also finishes in a split series there, it looks like. So, Bad Monkey Gaming, that's again, well, more so Mystery Gang. That's something. I mean, 2 series down, they start with 2 points. That's got to be a pretty good feeling. Again, this is a team that's newer to the Diamond Division. They got in last cycle. They didn't do too well overall. They had some pluses here, but they were able to stay in Diamond, obviously. They did have to play a relegation match, but they successfully stayed. And now here they are with the victory over Complexity and BMG in their first 2 series. So that's got to be the thing to take away here, that they're feeling pretty good.
Great to split against 2 really good teams. And I mean, yeah, it's only 2 points, but I mean, in reality of teams they've beaten, it's a really good start for them.